Okay, now we're good to go. Good evening. Wow. Let's try that again. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Zach Talks Tech. It's Sunday, December 11th. It's 2 weeks away from Christmas, and I don't know what to get my wife. So if you have ideas, let me know. She says that she has suggested some of the usual things, but I like to go outside the box and whatnot and try to pick out something a little bit different every year. So, you know, I got a couple things in the works in the wish list. I've got my eyes on a few things, but honestly, at this point, I couldn't make a decision today. But anyway, hey, first world problems, right? Amongst other things. Welcome to the Sunday show, people. Tonight, I think I made a mistake. Although I'm gonna, we'll get into this. I think I may have picked the wrong Pixel, and by saying that, I mean that I'm currently using the Pixel 7 Pro, but this one right here, the Pixel 7, I'm thinking maybe I should have gone this way. I don't know. We're gonna talk through it. I'm gonna tell you guys about my experiences. I might have some pictures and videos to show you. This is not a review as so much as I guess 11 days later type experience. The review won't be coming for a while. Like, I'm not one of these. In the last few years, I don't like doing the quick reviews within a few days. And much respect to the reviewers that can do that and do that. That's awesome. You obviously have earned that spot and can do that kind of thing. But for myself personally, I like to do the long form, and I think a lot of people kind of like enjoy the long form, especially people that may have already made these purchases or maybe looking at them in the future. Got to tell you, and you guys know this, if you're a Pixel fan, you know that the Pixel phones were like ridiculously priced this season. Even now, they're still very well priced. But before we jump into things, people, I gotta let you guys know that this stream is powered by StreamYard. Check them out, StreamYard.com. Link is down below. Very simple to use. You pick a camera, you pick a microphone, and away you go. There's nothing to download. There's nothing to install. It's all web-based. You can bring guests in. You can do sound effects. You can do... Whoa! Oh, my goodness! Stuff like that. It's Viper's birthday today. If you haven't bugged Viper on the Twitter yet, bug him. Tell him he's 42. Happy birthday, buddy. But yes, happy birthday to that guy. You can do integrated music and stuff like that. We got the music going tonight coming in from Spotify. You can use the background music that they supply. You can upload your own music. They got the whole Teams thing. You have different people in charge, mods, all sorts of great stuff. So thanks again to StreamYard for taking care of us here. We just renewed our agreement going into 2023. I love it. I'm still waiting on a hoodie. 4X, because I like them comfy. And dark mode. Dark mode would be cool. I know it's on the list, but seriously, hurry up. Anyway, thank you, StreamYard. Love you. All right, let's move on. All right, people, I hope the music's not too intense, not too loud. If you're new here for the show, we jump into the chat. We talk to the people. If you're watching the replay, use the chapters down below. Don't complain. It took me an hour to talk about that. Yeah, it took me an hour to talk about that. That's what we do here. It's a live stream. I'm sorry if you have the attention span of a I don't know, a rock or a potato. Actually, potato would be generous. Anyway. Let's see who's in live chat. Don't insult the people, Zach. Okay. Let's take a look here. Tech for your needs. How you doing? Mech1164. Who else we got? Techware. You have 2 weeks to decide on something, so that's okay. I'm going to be keeping everything. We'll see here. Long-term review. Yes, sir. And we got Doug Houston, who is a Pixel 7 user. I didn't know this. I was totally surprised. For some reason, I thought Doug was like a Samsung guy. Nothing wrong with Samsung. I thought he was. Dennis Carlson, coming in from Sweden. By the way, everybody, I have a Discord. I'm going to put... I probably should have prepped this before. I'm going to give you guys a Discord link here. And this link is good for 7 days. If you want to come over and hang out with us, we're still setting things up. I'm pretty available there as long as you @ me. And we can hang out. We got different categories and things like that. And, you know, we're kind of building things up slowly. The Discord's been around for a while, but we're just kind of slowly building up again with the uncertainty of other social medias and whatever. We'll see what happens. By the way, side note, you remember Hive? So that live stream I did on Hive, it's just been crazy replays on that. But Hive has been offline now for 8 or 9 days now in a row. They found a major security issue over there. Good on them for taking down the website altogether. Apparently they have a bunch of beta testers fixing things and testing things out, so they should hopefully be back online this week. That's cool if you're into the Hive thing. I was having fun over there. Tech Verve, how you doing? And that's it. That's in the stream. So there you go, guys. So on top of the Pixel phones tonight, we're also going to talk a little bit about this brand right here, Blu Element. Full disclosure, I used to work for this company. I helped develop these cases. I helped market and sell these cases and open them up to Western Canada. They hold a little place in my heart. I absolutely love the Blu Element team, the team over at Cesium. I miss you guys. Thank you so much for sending out the cases. Because let's be honest, it would be weird if you didn't send them out to me, right? You're like, former employee. Should we not send them stuff? Yeah, you should. You should send me more stuff. But hello to Vic, Diana, and Sanjay and the crew. I miss you lots. Anyway, we're going to talk about those tonight. We're going to talk about the Pixels and any other questions that come up and whatnot. So, you guys saw tonight's live stream title. I picked the wrong Pixel. Now, that's not to say that I regret getting the Pixel 7 Pro, but I've been having a little more enjoyable experience with the Pixel 7. And for full disclosure here, just so everybody knows, I bought the Pixel 7 Pro during the last week, about the last week or so, last 10 days of November. It was during that Black Friday week kind of thing. And then a couple weeks later, about 11 days ago, Google Canada, made by Google, sent me out the Pixel 7, the Pixel 6a, and the Pixel Buds Pro, which, oh my lord, people, these are just phenomenal. We'll talk more about these. So again, thank you to Google Canada and Made by Google for sending me out the 7, 6a, and the Buds Pro. Awesome. All right, so where do I start? Well, okay. Let's get some things out of the way in terms of differences between the 7 Pro and the regular 7. Because honestly, people, it's not that big of a difference. There are obviously physical differences and a couple functionality differences, but nothing major. Now, what I've brought up here is our favorite website. You guys know this. We got GSM Arena, and please disregard the pricing up here. These are Amazon prices from resellers. These are not accurate. Please disregard. But on the left here, the left column here, this is your Pixel 7. In the middle is your on the left here is your Pixel 7 Pro. On the middle is your Pixel 7. Maybe what I should do is, what I'll do is I'll bring up just those two phones. We won't do the 6A. So this is a really great website. It's actually very mobile friendly. All you need to do is go down to here where it says compare and plug in your two phones. So we'll go Pixel 7 Pro. And we'll plug in here Pixel 7. Okay. And then from there, you click on this little button that says differences. And anything that's different will be bolded. So on the left, we got the Pixel 7 Pro, and on the right, we have the Pixel 7. Now, we're not gonna. We'll go through this fairly quickly here. In terms of, we obviously know that both devices are physically different. So the Pixel 7 Pro is bigger. It's taller, it's a little bit wider. The thickness is about the same, okay? Weight difference between 197 and 212 there. Not a lot of big differences. Now, the Pixel 7 does have up to a 90 hertz refresh if you decide to turn that on. The 7 Pro has 120 hertz, okay? Personally, I have not been able to tell a big difference between that. I can definitely tell a difference going from 60 to 90 or 60 to 120. But between 90 and 120, I personally, with what I'm using a lot of social media, so Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I'm taking photos. I'm not playing any games, although it's something I have been getting into. So I have not seen a big difference there. And of course, the display side is 6.3 to 6.7 inches. Also, you guys know this, Pixel 7 here has a flat display. The 7 Pro has a curved display. Now, it's hard to see it with the OEM case here, but this has the curved display on there. You guys know that, okay? Some people are not down with the curved displays. I can understand why, okay? And obviously your pixel density is a little bit different there because of the resolution, okay? But again, for what I've been using it for basic social media interactions, everyday productivity and whatnot, I haven't been able to tell a lot of difference, okay? Now, both have the exact same camera modules here, okay? The exact same. The difference being that the 7 Pro has a telephoto, 48 megapixel telephoto. What does the telephoto allow you to do? That allows for better zoom, better resolution for when you're zooming in and out, okay? Otherwise, you just get an optical zoom over on the 7 there, okay? Again, I think you need to kind of weigh and look at your use cases and how often am I zooming in? Am I constantly pixel peeping on people across the highway and stuff like that, or whatever it is? You need to make that decision for yourself. But I think for most people, they're not going to really need the telephoto unless they're hardcore into the mobile photography. For myself personally, I love doing mobile photography, all different types of, presentations and the way that you can do mobile photography. Different angles and etc. Depth of field, all that kind of good stuff. Macro photography, which we will talk about in just a second. That's one of the reasons why I went with the Pro. But again, I've been looking at my last 11 days and kind of questioning it, going, should I have gone with the regular one? Have I gone with the regular one? I don't know. Okay. Other than that, everything else is pretty much the same there. Battery is 700 milliamps larger over on the Pro. So you go from 5,000 on the Pro to 4,355 on the regular. Not a big loss there. I guess it depends on your use case. One thing about Pixels you got to remember is that the battery gets better as you use it. I know it sounds weird, especially when you're first loading up apps and first using it. When you first few days, you're going to find that battery just going. But once the adaptive battery, as long as you have that turned on, as long as it gets used to how you use the phone when you're charging, etc., I promise you it will get better. And I have been getting all-day battery on both devices when I use them, okay? Of course, they both have the wireless charging as well, okay? Now, one thing I mentioned there was the macro photography. Now, if you have a Pixel 7 Pro, there was an update that came down just a couple days ago. I think it was on Friday. It was either Friday or Saturday that came down. An update for the macro mode on the Pixel 7 Pro. And I'm going to show you what that looked like here. Okay. So in the past, here I am, camera mode on. In the past, if you wanted to use your macro mode, you would have to go down here and you'd have to go into more settings and basically turn that on. The macro mode is now in your first menu. So as soon as you click your down there in your settings, it's right here. Now you can pick whether macro is auto, on, or off. Okay, right now I have it on auto. And what that means is once I get close to something, you guys can see that little yellow, maybe you guys can see it better here. You guys can see that little yellow icon there. That's for the macro mode. It's hard to see under this lighting. I can actually click that and turn it off. You can see how it goes out of focus. And now I can click it on. So now it's on auto, so it'll kick in, but I can also turn it off. Or you can have it default on all the time or default off. So now it's a lot easier to control your auto macro mode, your macro mode. And again, that's for Pixel 7 Pro only. Okay, not Pixel 7. Pixel 7 Pro only. Okay, and this was a separate update from the 471 megabyte update that came down a couple days ago for the December update. So this is a separate camera update for your Pixel 7 Pro. In fact, you should have been prompted the moment you open up your Pixel 7 Pro camera to download that update. It happened for me when I was out. Personally, I love macro mode. I think it's fun. I actually have a whole book on macro photography. It's just in general with all types of cameras, including mobile photography. I love taking macro photos in different angles, whatever. One issue I am finding is, you guys know I take some of these kind of depth of field photos where I'm close to like a tree and you'll have like a lake in the background. I took some photos at Lake Louise like that last year. If you get too close, that macro mode will kick on and you won't necessarily get that depth of field. So you got to make sure you turn that off or turn it off so it doesn't auto kick on. Just something to kind of be aware of. But you have more control now with your macro mode. So aside from the larger size, which means the larger battery, the curved edges, and the macro mode, those are your basic differences between the Pro and the 7. If zooming in the telephoto, if you don't even know what telephoto is, you don't care about zooming in and whatnot, and a larger size doesn't matter to you, the 7, I think, is your best bet. Interesting, though, when my wife has been trying these out, she actually prefers the 6A. And I think it's because the 6A is just slightly smaller. You can see it's actually the same. They're about the same width here, but it's just slightly shorter. I keep on trying to convince my wife, go for the 7, do the 7. But once you throw a case on there, I don't think she likes the size and everything like that. It's the first time my wife says she doesn't like the bigger size. Anyway. Those are your differences. It's a PG show. It's supposed to be a PG show. Those are your basic differences between those devices. Like I said, telephoto, the macro when it comes to functionality, obviously the size, which comes with the battery, the screen size, whatnot. Other than that, watching video, enjoying music, podcasts, productivity, the 7 has been absolutely awesome. Plus, I love having a flat. Sorry, how dirty it is. I love having a flat screen again. I really, really do. I really love having a flat screen. The camera module does stick out of here a little bit more because it's not as thick as the 7 Pro. Okay. Plus, this lemongrass color is just gorgeous. Just really, really nice. So those are things to kind of weigh. Now, I know for a fact, depending on what carrier you go through, whether it's US, Canada, UK, whatever it is, the 7 is definitely a better price point, whether you're signing a contract or a 2-year deal or tab or whatever they call it, or even buying it outright. The 7 has been a real steal for a lot of people this season. So if you're still on the fence, you're still deciding, maybe January's coming up, and maybe that's when your contract or your carrier deal is up, definitely take a look at the 7. And then just ask yourself, do I need to be zooming with telephoto? Do I need that macro mode? Do I want to be able to take macro photos? Not to say you can't take macro type photos. It will be a little more difficult because you'll have to do you'll have to zoom in and try to focus that way, or do some cleanup in like a Photoshop or something like that. But the auto macro mode on the Pro is really cool. Like, I've taken some pretty cool photos, which I'm hoping to show in a video for you guys over on the Pixel channel this week. Let's go into the chat here, see if you guys have any questions or whatever before we kind of move on to the next little segment here of the show. And again, thanks a lot for joining me on a Sunday night. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys' time. Techware says, I didn't get the camera update for macro, Zach. When did you get it? Okay, so Techware, I'm assuming Pixel 7 Pro, right? Because it's only for the 7 Pro. I got the update on... I can actually tell you exactly. Let me just... because I tweeted about it just after I got the update. It was either Friday or Saturday. I can't remember what day. December 8th. What day was December 8th? Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. Let's see, 10, 9. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. I guess my next question for you, Techware, is what, if you're okay with disclosing it, like, are you on a US carrier, or do you let us know? Like, and how did you get the device? Was it through Google directly or what? Because for me, I opened up the camera and the update was there. If you're not getting the update, okay, so Geonosis has the updated macro mode, Canadian unlocked. My device is through a carrier, but all devices here in Canada are unlocked automatically. So, okay, you're in Australia. Okay, that explains it right there. I know for a fact, just through doing my Google Pixel 6 devices last year and whatnot, Australia seems to be behind by a couple weeks sometimes. Okay, so I would expect it to come down hopefully this week or next week for you. It should pop up to tell you to update next time you open up the camera, or go into the Google Pixel, go into the Google Play Store, do a refresh, and see if there's a camera update for you. Okay, if there's a camera update, that's what it is. Okay, but you should be getting it this week or next week. Usually Australia is a couple weeks behind Canada. I know that US, Canada, I don't know if UK or European got access to it. I didn't see any tweets from anybody in those areas, but I could be wrong. So yeah, hopefully that helps. But yeah, it's a Pixel. I originally tweeted out that it was a Pixel 7, Pixel 7 Pro thing. No, it's just a Pixel 7 Pro macro. It just, again, it just allows more control before, because you could either turn macro mode auto on or off, and now you can turn it on, off, or auto. And when you have it on the auto, you can just click the thing and turn it off. I think even when it's on, you can actually click on that little icon as well. So that helps as well. So yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that. The December feature drop. Holy cow. Like, so there were things in that feature drop that I've actually had for a while. And I think I've had it for a while because I pay for Google One. So I pay for, I think it's 2 terabytes of online cloud storage with Google. One of them was the VPN. And I know people are going to say a VPN through Google does not defeat the purpose. Well, the idea is that they're not scrubbing it for your data, I think is what they say and whatnot. Again, look at the specifics. The idea is to hide you from when you're using open Wi-Fi networks and whatnot. But one of the features that was in there was the VPN from Google One. I've had that VPN since my Pixel, I want to say my Pixel 4a, but I'm pretty sure, I know since last year with my Pixel 6 Pro. And it's just a toggle on or off. And let me see if I can bring it up here, because I know a lot of people are really excited about this. Let me see if I can bring it up here. So VPN by Google. Let me see if I can go into it. I don't know if there's any personal info here. VPN, view settings. Okay, view settings. No, there's no personal info here or there. Okay. So, okay, I can't go into that screen. Let's go ahead and turn this off. So, the way the VPN, let's go ahead and I'll move this off the screen here. So here's your Pixel. Okay, so we're gonna go into here, and then we're gonna go over. It says VPN by Google. Now you'll need to add this to your quick toggle. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. And now if I click on this, it'll take me into the VPN and connect you online to data is safe. And you see you have that little lock right next to the Wi-Fi. Right next to the Wi-Fi, and the Google One logo up in the left-hand corner. Okay, and the idea is that you use this on open Wi-Fi networks, things where you just don't want to be seen. Now, if I click this arrow back here, it's going to take me to my Google One. Now, I've had access to this VPN service since my Pixel 6 Pro. I know for sure since my Pixel 6 Pro. So I was really surprised that a lot of people were making kind of a big deal about it, unless. And I don't know this for sure. I don't know if it's never been available to Pixel devices in the United States. It seems like people in Canada have had access to it and everything like that. So I guess it doesn't really know doesn't matter what the history is, but Pixel 7, Pixel 7 Pro users now have that option. But on top of that, if you have a Pixel 4a and above, Pixel 4a or newer, you got this update. And you guys know as well as I do, that update that came down, that December update last week, took forever to install. It took me about 90 minutes. It was crazy. I don't understand why Pixel updates take forever, but they do. I saw some people tweeting at me that it took up to 2 hours for them to install. Listen, there's update stuff in there, all sorts of things that you need. I actually put a link up on my Twitter there if you want to go look at the full update, what was fixed depending on your device, etc. But basically, Pixel 4a and newer got this update. Okay, yeah. Yeah, 2 hours. I can't remember who said that. I think someone replied to me saying it took 2 hours. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And of course, your phone will do a reset. By the way, before you guys install any of these updates, make sure your photos are backed up. Make sure any apps or things that you update manually are taken care of. Where you go. Yeah. Zach, Barry Johnson has the answer to Android slow updates. Okay. I'll have to look into that. I've never fully looked into it. I just assumed it was just the way that Google does things. I know that when my wife gets updates for her Samsung, it takes like 10 minutes. She's like, should I download this? I'm like, I don't use a Samsung anymore, honey. Anyway. So yeah, the December update was nice to see. The additional update for the macro camera for the Pixel 7 Pro, that's awesome to see. One thing I'll definitely give Google credit for is the constant updates, the constant improvements. It's one thing for some other OEMs to say that this is coming soon, we're going to do this soon, whatever, and sometimes they don't follow through. Google has almost a perfect record of saying, we're going to fix it. Here comes your update. Every month there's an update. Pixel seem to always have this feature update thing that drops every month. They call it a feature drop, which is cool. That's cool to look forward to. And I also appreciate how Google's very transparent about what's in these updates, unlike some fruit companies. Here are the exact details of what we fixed, and away we go. Right? Yes, that was a shot. I don't care. All right, watch out. Anyway, I want to talk about something really quick here. And I just want to give a quick shout out because I'm not sure if the people that do this all the time see it on Twitter and everything, because I always put the tweet out right away. But I have a Buy Me a Coffee website that allows you to support me directly if you want to. Someone named EM, and I'm pretty sure it's just someone who wants to be anonymous. I think it's a joke because they're trying to say that they're Elon Musk. I don't think it's Elon Musk. Has been routinely sending me coffees here every month. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. To anybody else that's been doing that, really do appreciate you. If you do want to check out the Buy Me a Coffee, go to buymeacoffee.com/ZachTalksTech. You can pick how much coffee you want to support with, and away we go. Someone here last month did 167 coffees, which was amazing. So thank you so much for that. So if you want to support the channel and whatnot, it's always appreciated. So thank you very much for the people that are doing that. Really do appreciate that. Okay, now, thanks, Elon. Okay, so it looks like Genosis has a little more information here about the Google update. It's because about why Google updates take a while. It's because the official way of updating downloads the small file to grab the actual updating file. And everyone at once is doing this and hogging bandwidth and server. Yeah, see, that makes sense. And if you do an ADB install and download the OTA full update, you'll be well on your way under 5 minutes. Okay, that makes sense. So basically, it's a lot of people going for it. All right, let's talk about Blu Element. So links for these cases and for the different Pixel phones are down below. I'm going to be demonstrating these two cases with the Pixel 7, the Pixel 6a, not on my Pro because I don't want to take off this case right now. But these are the Blu Element cases. Now, like I said, full disclosure, I used to work for this company, love this company. And these are just a couple of their cases. Now, if you're looking to pick these up, links are down below. They'll take you to Amazon. You can pick one up for yourself. And of course, that's an affiliate link that will support the channel. But this is their Armor 2X case. Military grade drop protection there. They've paid, for the third party. They're got some drop protection. We've got the precision fit, access to all ports, sleek, and impact resistant there. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop this out. I like this because it's got this really nice, if you guys can see here, grippy texture on it, and actual buttons on the side here, which is nice. Very, very nice. On the inside here, some Blu Element branding there. Pockets to protect the device. Okay, and which device is this for? This is for the Pixel 6a. So this is probably the case my wife is going to go with. So, place your device in, buttons first, and pop her in. You can see here we have a lip going all the way around the device. So when you put it on a flat surface, the device is raised up. Buttons are nice and clicky. Whoop. Little slippery there. Nice and clicky. Hopefully I don't turn it on. You got nice big opening here for your... nice big opening here for your cables and whatnot. Openings for your speakers. Top there for the microphone. Okay. And that doesn't add a whole lot. I really like the grippy feel on the back here. And there's no branding. There's minimal brand. I don't think there's any branding on the side or anything, just on the inside. Yeah, they kept this nice and clean. Camera is recessed in there, so it's nice and safe. And away you go. That's the Armor 2X. Okay. And again, it's available for Pixel 7 Pro, Pixel 7, etc. Okay. CDF man, yeah, let's just jump in here real quick. CDF man, love their cases. Got them from my. I remember that, the 10R. That's right, and use them all the time till I got my 13 Pro. That's right. I did a giveaway. I think it was a couple years ago for the 10R. It was Azar 10, whatever, XR 10R, and yeah, CDF man won a bunch of Pixel cases and it won a bunch of other things. So again, thanks to Blu Element for that. I forgot about that, but yeah, nice to know that you used them for a while. They have definitely evolved over the years and whatnot. So now let's go on to the next one. This is one of my favorite right here. This is their 2-in-1 Folio. It's a magnetic Folio. This is wild. This used to be one of my biggest sellers when I worked there. This is awesome, and I wish. Well, I'm glad that they're one of few companies that does this. It really makes them unique here. So let's go into this. Okay, let's just get into this. Let's go pop this open. Now this is for the Pixel 7. But again, it's available for the 7 Pro, etc., etc. So, if you're into wallet cases, or you know, for something for travel, this might be it for you. So we have a magnetic closure here. Okay, so that's magnetic. See, just like that. Opening right here for your camera. And then here's your case, and you got a couple slots here, 1, 2, 3, and on the here for your money, whatever you need to do. But here's the cool part. This is the cool part. Ta-da! Okay. That's magnetic. So you just line that up. It's not going to come out. That's magnetic. And now you've got a separate case. When you don't want to use this, you're in the hotel room, you don't need all this, whatever, and you got this right here. So a very simple shell. It's got some nice kind of a fabric-y kind of vinyl feel here. Some simple Blu Element branding. And we're going to go ahead and pop the 7 in here. And again, you guys can see here, raised edges, so the device is safe when you put it on a flat surface. Camera is recessed right down in there. You got your buttons here, nice and clicky. Okay, and again, I apologize how dirty this thing is, but I've been using it. And again, we'll pop this into the case. Okay, there she goes. And you need to kind of manually line it up a little bit. Not a big deal. Once you get used to it, away you go. Okay. And you guys can see here, you guys know how heavy this device is. She ain't going nowhere. See that? That's how strong those magnets are. See that? And I love using the 2-in-1 Folio when I'm traveling and whatnot. That's great right there. So that's the 2-in-1 Folio for the Pixel 7. Available for the Pro, it's available for the 6A, all the different Pixels. Links are for you guys down below. Here's another look at right here. And again, she ain't going nowhere. See that? Nice and strong. Nice and strong. You can still take your calls here. You got a little mic slot there. It's nice. For those of you that are wondering though, if the phone reacts to when it's closed, no, it doesn't. They don't have the rights to use that kind of magnetic feedback like their OEM cases. So no. So you would have to lock it and then close up. Okay, it won't react. But of course, the phone will time out once you close this up here. The sensors will detect that there's no light, and the screen will dim and turn off. Okay, so that right there is the 2-in-1 Folio from Blu Element. Love that one. Oop. There we go. So Armour 2X, 2-in-1 Folio, and they do have a clear case as well. They've been so popular, I wasn't able to get any of them, but they do have a clear case as well. But those are basically your 3 types of cases that they make for the Pixel line. And they do have them for, Pixel 5, Pixel 4a. Definitely check them out. Just use the link down below to take you to the Blu Element store there for your closest Amazon, and away you go. Okay, where you go. All right. Let's jump into the chat here. Take a few more questions. Again, thanks for joining me on your Sunday night. Appreciate you guys coming through. Let's take a look here. Techver says, not a fan of Folio cases. Have to open, close all the time. Exactly, but that's why they put the magnetic part in there, man. That's why they put that magnetic part in there. I'll tell you straight up. When I use this, I very rarely use this unless I was out and about. In the studio, at home, whatever, I always kept it like this because I just like the simplicity of the simple protection, whatnot. And then when I went out, I would pop it in here. Of course, you don't have to, but those magnets are nice and strong there. It's going to hold that in there, and away you go, right? So that's the nice thing. You got the option there. Got the option. Doug Houston says, I love 2-in-1 folios. You can take it out, use it like a regular case. Exactly. Now, I had a couple of things here kind of bookmarked to talk to you guys about tonight. And nope, we talked about that. We talked about the Discord, right? Yeah, we talked about the Discord. We did our comparisons. Wow. We breezed through everything in under 40 minutes, including the intro for the show. Wow. Mac 1164. Never had a Folio, but this is well thought out design. Good for travel. I can't remember who thought of the magnet part. I'm going to say that I did. I don't think... My former bosses would say, no, you didn't. I just sold them. But we'll just say that I did. Maybe it was Max. I can't remember. Anyway, it's been a while. So what else is happening? Well, if you're not busy tomorrow night, there's this channel. There's a YouTube channel. It's a YouTuber, tech tuber guy there. His name is Technically T. And Technically T is doing a Christmas giveaway, kind of give back thing on his channel. Let me just bring it up here. Let me just bring up his tweet here. If you guys haven't heard about this, I think this is the second year that he's done this. Yes. So I'm going to show you guys the tweet here real quick. And we'll go there. There we go. So a week from today, so he's talking about tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll get back at it again with the Christmas giveaway live stream. We'll be giving away cash prizes, Amazon gift cards, and tons of accessories of various brands, and maybe something else. This is never to gain subs, but it's simply a thank you for amazing years. So listen, if you're not already a member or a subscriber of Technically T's, or you only breeze in there once in a while, you're not going to necessarily get something. In fact, I can pretty much tell you probably won't. I'm going to be in the live chat tomorrow night just because I like seeing, I have fun with this, whatever. I wish I could join more of T's live streams, whatnot, but we seem to like sometimes cross over, which is okay. But listen, if you're a regular watcher and a supporter over there, whatever, he's doing this tomorrow night. It's at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, which is 6:30 p.m. Pacific tomorrow night, and it should be a good time. And I really hope that T is wearing this sweater or something just as ridiculous, because I think he looks just fucking amazing in this. Merry Christmas. Seriously, this is great. I love this. I really hope that he wears that hat, and I really hope he wears that sweater. Yeah. CDF says here, I do believe you got to be a subscriber for a while to enter the giveaways. Yeah, so I think he has set up the chat and this and that, so you have to be a subscriber for so long. I guess we'll find out. You really need to kind of tune in and whatever. It's not to gain subs or whatever, just because you're tuning in, whatever. It's a give back for people for the tremendous growth that he's had this year. In fact, let's go over and take a quick look at T's channel here via his LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, sorry, excuse me, Linktree here. So yeah, 78,000. He's going to be at 100,000 in no time here. I don't think he has the live stream link up yet. But, when it comes to cases or whatever, this is the dude you need to watch. Whether it's iPhone or whatever, right? Mostly iPhone, looks like. But T does a tremendously good job. Always been a big fan of his. And the way he's... his growth and whatnot has just been amazing. Especially... on a relationship level, especially with brands and whatnot, it's been amazing to watch. So I'll be over there tomorrow night. We're not gonna be streaming here. I'll be over there hanging out. I'll probably be on the desktop because it's easier to tag people on desktop. We'll see. Anything interesting happened with Twitter this week? Well, I'm glad you asked. Yeah, you have to be sub for a certain amount of time, because you can actually set up the live chat so that you have to be a subscriber for a certain amount of time. And, I've been subscribed since, I don't know, a couple of years now, 3 or 4 years, maybe long. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm glad you asked about Twitter. I sent out this tweet the other day. It was just a retweet of some information here. Let's see if I can find it here. Here we go. So, do you get a reward? You don't get, it's not, I wouldn't call it an award. It's like a plaque. It's a 100,000 subscriber plaque. And then once you hit 1 million, you get another one. But it's a plaque with your channel name on it. It's a nice recognition. You see it in the background, a lot of YouTubers' channels and whatnot. I want to show you guys this real quick. Let's just go ahead and, where's my share button? There it is. So if you guys recall, we talked about this. I talked about this possibly happening during one of the live streams when everything was going down with Twitter. So Twitter Blue is relaunching tomorrow, Monday, here in North America. You can subscribe on the web for $8 or on iOS for $11. So if you subscribe to Twitter Blue on your iPhone, it's going to cost you $3 more than if you did it through the web. And I'm assuming through the web, they'll probably use PayPal or something like that. Okay. Hey, T, we were just talking about you, but in a good way. Man, I can't wait. I like seeing people's reactions in the chat and everything. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. So that's going to be a good time. That's going to be a good time. But anyway, Twitter Blue is relaunching tomorrow. You can go $8 online, like in other words, through the web like we are here, or through the iOS app, which will cost you $3 more. Now, when you subscribe, you get edit, 1080p video, upload, reader mode, blue check bar, you'll get the folders, etc., etc. After your account has been reviewed. Now, they haven't mentioned about ID or anything like that, but I don't know what they're looking for. They're probably looking for, are you tweeting out crap? I don't know what they're looking for in terms of review. I hope there is there's some sort of human element there, but we'll see. Now, in addition to this, let's go back here. We'll be replacing the official. Now, you guys see this right here, right below the Twitter name here, how it says official? Let's see if I can highlight this. See that part that says official? You can't see it very well. In addition, we'll begin replacing the official label with gold check marks for businesses, and later in the week, gray check marks for government and multilateral accounts. Remember we talked about this? I said there was going to be different colors. Okay, so Twitter Blue for you and I, so we get blue check mark. Businesses get gold. Governments get a gray check mark. Subscribers will be able to change their handle, display name, or profile photo, but if they do, they temporarily lose their blue check mark until their account is reviewed again. So, as an example, I tried just removing one of the spaces in my name on my Twitter, and it wouldn't let me for the last month or so until I had Twitter Blue drop off a couple days. My subscription ended. I want to see what the difference is. My interactions on Twitter have been so far, and I think I'm going to keep on going till January. But now you'll be able to do that, but you'll lose your check mark. Okay. Thanks for your patience. So we worked this out. Okay. And of course, there's a lot of questions and typical garbage. People have been asking about this, but there you go. The official tag will be gone. We're gonna have 3 different colors: blue, gold, and gray. Who knows what other colors we're gonna have? So not only does the check mark, the blue get you the check mark, but you get the edit feature, you get the folders, the 1080p, the reader. Myself personally, I like the reader, especially when it comes to reading threads that are long. And I like the folder. I don't use the edit function a lot. In fact, in the last month and a half, I've only used the edit function 5 times. That's usually because I read over all my tweets like 3 or 4 times before I send it out. It's a good idea to count to 10 before you send a tweet. Like seriously, if you're bad for deleting or recalling your tweets, start counting to 10 before you send it. And maybe you won't send it, or maybe you'll rephrase it. I'm just saying, it can help you. Yeah. So that's been happening on Twitter. Twitter's been, interesting. Yeah. Gray seems appropriate for government bodies. Well, I think they want to keep in line with like the official title. But again, people, let's make sure we understand what verified means. And this is my problem with the verification so far. Verified means that the people or person behind that account name is who they say they are. So Zach Talks Tech is Zach Talks Tech. It's not Billy Nobody down the street or whatever, right? Nomad Goods is Nomad Goods, right? And stuff like that, right? So Apple is Apple, right? So as a business, businesses have had to send an ID and whatnot, or verification in the past, but that's how verification worked. If you got a check mark as a creator, as an entertainer, whatever, you had to submit your ID and credentials and proof that you are this person. I wish they would introduce that ID element, because that's what they've had to do before. And while it's not required to be verified on Twitter, for those of us that want to protect our brand, who don't want impersonations, stuff like that, you know, this is important. It's important to separate from all the other baloney that's out there, right? So, but I've talked about this before. I've been able to do this for however long without the Twitter checkmark. And all the features are nice to have. So, like I said, I think like I told you guys a couple weeks ago during a live stream, I'm going to try it out till about January, see what things are like, and we'll go from there, right? I really wish they would introduce that ID element, though, right? So that, you know, not necessarily your information's out there, but you've told Twitter, this is the real person behind it. This is the person behind it. This is the person controlling, right? Government, businesses have to do that to get verified. That's how verification worked in the past for people. Yeah. So should you only view verified accounts? That's a personal choice. Verification does not necessarily mean that you're notable or trustworthy. That's not what verification is. I've had this conversation with my wife a couple times. That's not what verification means. If you think that's what verification means, hey, good on you. Verification just means that the person or persons behind that account are verified to be who they are. The Apple account is the Apple account. The Nomad account is the Nomad account. The Geonosis account is the Geonosis account. It is Geonosis behind that, right? The guy that identifies himself as Geonosis. Here's his ID, right? That's what that means. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that they're trustworthy. I think there's been, I don't know when that happened, when there seems to be some people out there that think that because someone is verified, they're automatically trustworthy or above everybody else. That's not what it means. You guys know as well as I do, there are plenty of bad check marks out there. Oh my God. Especially with misinformation and whatnot. There's tons. There's tons. Okay. It just means that the person behind that is who they are. That's all that means. Verified. It's literally in the word. So, I know plenty of people that only interact or only follow verified because that's what they think. Like, okay, they're verified, so they have to be trustworthy. No. It just means that they're verified. Has nothing to do with being trustworthy or being accurate. Nothing to do with that at all. Nothing. So, and I wish there was more emphasis on that and clarity on that. So, yeah. Check marks don't necessarily mean you're better. Check marks don't necessarily mean that you're, you know, at a different tier of person, whatever. That's not what that what means. Although, unfortunately, with tweets from Elon Musk and a lot of his followers, they would make you think that, right? So, and I'm not a fan of the division and things like that that's been happening on Twitter. So, not cool. Anywho, I think that's all we got tonight. No stream tomorrow because, of course, I'll be hanging out with Technically T there in the fam and everybody over on his channel there for the giveaways. I'm excited to see what he's giving away. He's hinted at things on his Twitter in the last couple weeks here and everything like that, so that should be fun. I'm excited to see who wins stuff, and should be a good time. Then I might stream on Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Still working on a couple of videos. I've been batch recording like crazy for Zach Talks Pixels, so there is stuff coming. And whatnot, and been trying to get some night photography photos. Unfortunately, it's been really overcast a lot of the nights here, and the photos just have not come out the way I want them to. Whatever. You guys know I don't edit and whatnot, but if I don't get a good photo and whatnot, it's just not worthy of really talking about, right? Didn't know you had clips enabled on your channel. Oh, are you talking about I've had some clips on my channel. I do have some shorts and everything on the main channel. I've been playing around with shorts on Zach Talks Pixel. I've been very purpose and very direct with more purposely focused, I guess you want to call it, on Zach Talks Pixel with the content over there. Here, this thing is just a montage of of playing around. I did have a Zach Talks Clips channel. I got rid of it. I put the clips over here, like the shorts and whatnot. So some of the stuff I talked about tonight might show up on shorts and everything. We'll see. We will see. Still playing around. Anyway, people. Let's. Whoop. Did I just lose? Nope. Okay. I thought I lost the chat there for a second. There it goes. All right. Anyway, I will catch you guys Tuesday, Wednesday, or definitely Thursday. Thursday, we're supposed to have the Techno Buffalo here. We'll see. I'm going to touch base with Mr. John Rettinger tomorrow, see what his shooting schedule is like, and we'll go from there. If not, I got a couple other people kind of lined up and whatnot that I can bring in. Again, happy birthday again to the man about tech.
Whoa! Oh my goodness!
Appreciate you, buddy. Happy birthday to you. Happy 42. It would be inappropriate to point out your age is 42, so I will not point out that you're 42. Anyway, you guys all have a good night. I'll catch you guys during the next one on the Twitters. You guys got the Discord link there earlier in the chat, so if you Discord your thing, come check it out. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys on the internet. Take care. Cheers.